Hi parents, this is a quick video. It's about how to practice the tricky words or the red words as we call them in school with your kids. These are the words, again, in the decoding pages at the bottom. They're not phonetic, so they're kind of tricky. They sort of have to be memorized. Here they are in Read Well too. Tricky words. Some of them actually are not tricky. Read Well is a little funny the way they define them. Sometimes they are phonetic. I just usually skip those because kids can read them. Anyway, so here we go. So what you want to do is, we usually write them in red because they're red words. If you have a red crayon, if your child has a red crayon, that's the best thing to use. You can use an index card, or I just have a half sheet of computer paper here. Again, red crayon is best because we're going to be tracing these with our fingers, and crayons have a little texture to them. I don't have a red crayon, so I'm going to use a marker. Okay, so we're just going to work on the word about. And when I'm doing this with my students, I just do it with them. I have my own piece of paper and we kind of walk through it and do it together, or I will do it, I will show them, then we do it together, then they do it. Anyway, so we're just going to do the word about, okay? Sometimes if your child's handwriting is tiny or messy, sometimes I will write the word for them and have them trace it. Because since they're going to be tracing this with their finger, it needs to be a little bit on the bigger side. If it's tiny, it's not going to work. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to write about on our paper. About is A, B, O, U, T. About. Then you put your paper on your desk, you take your finger, we're going to trace it 3 times. This is the triangle of learning. We're seeing it with our eyes, we're saying it with our mouths, and we're tracing it with our fingers, so we've got all 3 things going on at the same time. It helps us remember it in our brain. Okay, so we're just going to trace it. A, B, O, U, T. About. We're going to do it 3 times. A, B, O, U, T. About. A, B, O, U, T. About. Then you're going to have your child stand up. I'm not going to stand because I'll go off the video, but you're going to have them stand up. They're going to make let me back up a little bit here. Okay, they're going to make like they're holding a beach ball in their arms because you want to cross the midline. It helps with the learning. So they're going to hold it. I'm going to go ahead and sit down so I'm on the video. They're going to hold it like this. This is important. If your child is right-handed, I'll do left-handed in a minute. If they're right-handed, they're going to hold it, the word in their left hand, and they're going to look at it, and they're going to put their right hand on their left shoulder. And we're going to do this. We're going to do it 3 times. A, B, O, U, T. About. A, B, O, U, T. About. A, B, O, U, T. About. And then they're going to sit down. They're going to flip their paper over so they're looking at the white side. They're going to take their crayon and they're going to write the word about all by themselves. They're going to show it to you, and it's probably going to be spelled correctly. Once you've checked it and it's correct, you can have them write it 2 or 3 more times. Okay, that's it. If they are, and it's really important, a lot of times kids, when we're doing this, they want to look at me while we're saying the word and spelling it. They really need to be looking at their word because, again, it's that triangle of learning where they're looking at it with their eyes, they're saying it with their mouths, and they're doing the tactile stuff as well. Okay, if your child is left-handed, they're going to hold again, make the beach ball so you're crossing the midline. They're going to hold their word in their right hand, and because we write from left to right and we read from left to right, they're not going to start on their shoulder, they're going to start on their wrist, and they're going to spell. So here we go. This is for lefties. A, B, O, U, T. About. A, B, O, U, T. About. A, B, O, U, T. About. They're going to flip it over. They're going to write the word. They're probably going to spell it correctly. And then you can check it and have them write it. Okay, that's it. A couple little pointers. Some of the words like couldn't have apostrophes in them. If you have words with those, I'm just going to do it the right-handed way because I'm right-handed. You would just do it like this. C-O-U-L-D apostrophe N-T. So that apostrophe comes off the arm and you're just kind of making a little apostrophe like that. So again, C-O-U-L-D-N apostrophe T. Couldn't. I think I did that wrong the first time. So this is kind of fun. It really works. If you as a parent want to try it, pick a word that you don't know how to spell, like, I don't know, Fahrenheit, or I don't know, you can Google college words that are hard to spell, or just some big scientific word, and try it with yourself. You'll be amazed. It really works. Your child will probably have to do it a couple times before it really sinks in. Okay, any questions, give me a call. Have fun with that.